How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. And it is some Imperial Stout time with a whole bunch of stuff going on. Coffee and cocoa and all that fun stuff. More stuff in the form of Russian Duck Brewing's Chain of the Dead. Russian Duck did a bunch of their reviews over the past several months, from their part series to their cuvee series, from their new IPAs, War Elephant and Divided by Zero and a bunch of other stuff. One of my favorite up-and-coming breweries. They're not too far away from me, and actually makes it even awesomer because I can actually go out there and grab some stuff. So anyway, really excited that I threw this down. And drove up there, picked it up, came back here, gonna review it. Here we go. As far as what it says on the can itself, it says Chain to the Dead, Imperial Stout brewed with coffee, cocoa, and lactose. Russian Duck Brewing Company, yada yada yada, government warning, 10.1% alcohol by volume, so it's a chugger, and that be that. Chain of the Dead. Label-wise, it's cool, I get it. They do a lot of horror-based stuff. Their part series is based off of, I think it was Jason? Nightmare, Halloween, kind of part 1, part 2, part 3. Very horror-themed stuff. This kind of falls in that vein. I don't know if this is the base that goes into those beers. All I know is I picked it up. I'm going to review it. So here we go. Crack the sucker open. See what you got. Yes, Russian Duck. Orange County, New York. Orange County, New York. A lot of people, when you talk about New York, people think, New York City. Orange County is actually very close to Pennsylvania. It's right about almost pretty much where Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York meet, along the Delaware. So it's not that far away from northeastern Pennsylvania. Hence the reason I go there quite often. Well, they're good. That's why I go there. There's a lot of breweries. It's about an hour 20 from where I live. There's a lot of breweries that are an hour and 20 from where I live. So there's a reason why I go. Finger, infinite creaminess. Nice kind of compact bubbles with sporadic variants throughout. Malted ball in color, and that is dark. Very red. It's got this kind of mahogany kind of hue I could see on the pour and a little bit around the edges of the glasses, but that's pretty much it. So, as you can see, that sucker's dark. It's beer. Yeah, let's get a nose on her. So, cocoa, coffee, lactose. Definite coffee. Getting a nice bit of coffee. Couldn't sit here and tell you if it's cold brewed or traditional style coffee. Smells like there's a subtle bitterness to it, but that could be the roasted malt or hops. Definite lactose. Getting that kind of sweet milk stouty vibe going on. Chocolate, if it is there, it's very sweet and very minimal. So, I would probably take the coffee and the lactose and kind of put them neck and neck with the chocolate down below. A little bit of roasted malt going on there, like I said, and maybe a subtle bittering hop, and that's pretty much it. Not much booze to speak of either. 10% alcohol by volume. Thought it might be a little bit more oomph, but she looks good. She smells quite nice. Let's see what she tastes like. Cheers. Way more impactful in the mouth than it is in the nose. Yeah. Way bigger. But very similar. It's just like a jacked up version of the nose. The coffee and lactose lead the day. Coffee's nice, non-bittering at all. Unless I'm getting just that overt sweetness from that lactose is battling back that bitterness from the roast malt. I am getting the bitterness kind of on my tongue, but I think that's hop and not coffee. The chocolate portion of the show could be a little bit bigger, but it's there. But it's definitely like a third player. It's not even like if you put the coffee and lactose at one, there's a secondary layer, which would be the beer, and then that kind of chocolate down below. Very tasty, very impactful. The mouth feels nice. It's not super dense. I thought it'd be a little bit heavier, but it's nice. It just tastes a little bit, I don't want to say disjointed. I want to taste a little bit green. That's the word I'm looking for. Tastes like it needs a little bit of time to kind of hash itself out. I just picked this up, 2 days ago. So it's very fresh. It just tastes like this is a beer you'd want to sit on for a couple months at minimum, maybe a year or so, to kind of let some of these flavors kind of not just meld together, but also bring some stuff out, because there is some underlying complexity to it that I think needs time to kind of rear its awesome head. It's like there's a bit of booziness, but not too boozy, and the coffee's nice, which is definitely going to drop off with time, but how much it drops off, who knows? I think that cocoa, that chocolate will actually come out a little bit more. And I think that lactose is sweet enough to kind of keep it and kind of rein the whole beer together and kind of ride throughout that whole journey of whatever and kind of turn it into something a bit, not necessarily different, but a bit more rounded, but also a bit more explosive. I think it'll actually gain a bit with time. Sans maybe a little bit of that coffee. So it's really good beer. I just think a month or two is probably cash money for this to kind of come into its own, but I think this could have some legs and age into something pretty fucking fun. So let's talk about it. It's one of the better, higher ABV coffee Imperial Stouts. Let's put it that way, that I've had as of late. Just on the outside looking in, just because of a little bit of the herky-jerkiness of it. But again, I'm very much nitpicking at this point. It's a delicious beer. If you can get it, you pick it up. Get to the next point, which is value and availability. I think it was like fucking $15 for a 4-pack. $15 for a 4-pack of a 10 and change beer with all that shit going on. You don't see that. You know what I mean? That is like way cheaper than you typically see. You buy this beer at some of the other, like, you know, neckbeardy kind of fucking breweries. You're looking at $20 to $25 a 4-pack. So the price point doesn't suck. Brewery only. They don't really do any distribution. I mean, a little bit in and around the Orange County area with kegs and maybe some bottles and cans every now and then. But you have to go there, so it's worth the drive. It's not that far from New York City. I have a friend of mine who's a New York City cop who lives probably about maybe 15 minutes away from the brewery, so it's not far from the city. It's very close to a lot of the Hudson River Valley breweries, Newburgh, things like that. So you can, it's definitely worth the trip. So if you can get in that area and pick some up, I definitely encourage you to. And just say if you like what we like this. If you like, Russian Imperial Stouts, or Imperial Stouts, I shouldn't say Russian because it's not Russian, it's American Imperial Stout. If you like coffee-based beers, if you like lactose milk coffee beers, but if you like seeing how beers change over time, if you can actually go pick this up, a 4-pack of this would be an absolutely awesome experiment to do, to drink one fresh, drink one in about a month or two, drink one in about 6 to 8 months, maybe a year, and then wait maybe 3 or 4 years down the road for the last one to see how it kind of evolves and changes over time. I think this is a really good candidate for those kind of experiments. So if you're kind of a junkie for how beers change, then I think this one would do you right. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or you didn't or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers, and all 4 of those places. You can check me out there if you care to. And another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice chocolate coffeed milk stout right now. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.